There's a moment, small, quiet, when your brain turns against you. You're lying in bed. The room is dark. Everyone else is asleep. And there it is again. That loop. The one where you replay the email you sent 3 weeks ago. Or the way you smiled slightly too long at a coworker. Or the silence you left in a conversation. Your heart beats a little faster. Your throat tightens. Did I come off weird? Could that have gone better? You're not broken. You're not too sensitive. But you are stuck, trapped in a mind that analyses every move like it's diffusing a bomb. And here's the twist. The smarter you are, the more this happens. Yes, intelligence feeds overthinking. Not because you're flawed, but because your brain has learned a survival tactic. Predict danger before it arrives. But what if I told you, the real danger isn't out there? It's the quiet belief that you are the problem. That your thoughts are too loud, your feelings too heavy, your needs too much. And so you adapt. You become the person who nods when they mean no, who says, "I'm fine," when you're falling apart. You over-prepare, over-apologize, over-explain. You're the high-functioning one, the one people lean on, the one who gets things done. But inside, silent exhaustion, emotional numbness, like you're watching your life through a fogged-up window. And still, you keep solving problems that don't exist yet, until one day, you realize you haven't asked someone how they're doing in months, but you can recite every mistake you've made in the last year like a script. Sound familiar? If you've ever felt this, you already know exactly what I mean. That ache behind your ribs, the way your jaw clenches when someone says, "Just relax." You're not broken, you're hyper-aware. And that awareness, it's both your superpower and your prison. Now, let's talk about a strange little experiment from the 1700s. Ben Franklin, yes, that Ben Franklin wanted to win over a political rival, someone who'd publicly insulted him, someone who seemed impossible to impress. So what did he do? He didn't send a polite letter, didn't offer a handshake. He asked the man for a favor. A simple one, to borrow a rare book from his library. The rival agreed, and something immediately shifted. Within weeks, they became friends, lifelong allies. Franklin later wrote, "He that has once done you a kindness will be more ready to do you another than he whom you yourself have obliged." Weird, right? This is the Ben Franklin effect, a psychological phenomenon where people grow to like you more after they do you a favor. Not because of what you gave them, but because of what they gave you. Your brain hates inconsistency, so when someone helps you, especially if they didn't like you at first, your mind scrambles to resolve the conflict. Wait, I helped this person, but I don't like them? That doesn't make sense. So it flips the script. Actually, I must like them. Otherwise, why would I help? The action changes the belief. And here's the part no one talks about. You do this to yourself. All the time. When you overthink, you're not just analyzing. You're asking yourself for favors. Every time you replay a conversation, every time you imagine worst-case scenarios, Every time you mentally rehearse apologies for things that haven't happened, you're doing work, emotional labor, cognitive effort, and your brain notices. It sees you struggling, sacrificing, over-functioning. And it thinks, wow, this person is really committed to being anxious. They must want to feel this way. So it reinforces the loop. Because cognitive dissonance, the discomfort of holding two conflicting beliefs, doesn't just apply to how we see others. It applies to how we see ourselves. Pattern interrupt, tone shift, softer music fades in. I never told anyone this before, but I used to lie awake planning escapes. Not dramatic ones, just quiet ones. Leaving my phone behind. Walking into a train station with no destination. Not because I wanted to disappear, but because I was tired of pretending I wasn't already gone. I was high-functioning, successful, put together, but I was emotionally numb, detached, like I was narrating my life instead of living it. And the irony? The more I tried to fix it, the more I analyzed, journaled, meditated, researched, the worse it got. Because every time I tried to solve my anxiety, I was doing more work for it. I was proving to my own brain, see? This is important. This deserves all my attention. I was unknowingly using the Ben Franklin effect on myself. Every overthought was a favor to my fear. And fear, it started liking me a lot. But what if you could flip that? What if, instead of asking yourself to work for anxiety, you asked anxiety to work for you? Wait, that explains me. Think about it. Your overthinking isn't random. It's a prediction engine, trying to keep you safe from rejection, failure, embarrassment. It's not evil, it's just overqualified. So what if you gave it a different job, instead of letting it run endless simulations of disaster? Ask it for one thing. Show me one thing I can control right now. Not the outcome, not the future. Just one small, actionable step. Text a friend. Hey, I've been thinking about you. Step outside, feel the air. Name 3 things you see. Write down the thought, then say out loud, "That's not a fact, that's a hypothesis." You're not dismissing your mind, you're redirecting it. And slowly, your brain gets the message. They're not listening to the disaster stories anymore. They're taking action. Maybe the danger isn't real. The loop breaks, not with force, with curiosity. Because here's the truth. You don't need to stop overthinking. You need to redirect it. Turn the energy that once fueled fear into understanding, into compassion, into choice. Subtle transformation moment. I still overthink. But now when the loop starts, I don't fight it. I say, "Thank you. I see you. What are you trying to protect me from?"